G'day everyone and welcome to The Shed. I'm your host Mark and I'd like to thank you for taking your time to be here tonight with me and the rest of the gang. Just a quick shout out to our regulars. First of all, if you can hear me okay, can you give me a 5x5 or a thumbs down or whatever you like, or a thumbs up? Just make sure you can hear me okay. I have had previous problems with audio in the past. So 5x5, so excellent. Thanks, Dogface. Peter, thank you. There's always got to be one. Thanks, Roger. All right, guys, without further ado, I know some of you guys in the southern states are still on daylight saving, so it's 9 o'clock for you guys. I'm going to get into this. Welcome to the show. A quick little update. Hey, wow. JKH Friends Gaming, thank you very much. Oh, that's Mark, of course. G'day, Mark. Mark's my offsider when we take the steamroller out down at Old Petrie Town. So g'day, Mark. Thanks for being here, mate. Bill. Bill, thanks for being here, mate. Thanks for taking your time. A little quick update. We'll start with an update on this photo I showed last time. Now, this is the erecting shop, the big erecting shop at Fowlerstein Plough Works, where all the various traction engines and steamrollers were all put together. Now, I had a gentleman from the UK reach out to me, and I will share his comment on screen now. So it's from Michael Lane's Story of the Steam Plough Works book now, which is something I'm going to have to look into, and I have already looked into it, and I'm definitely going to probably get a copy of this. It looks really good for someone like myself or those interested in, you know, the history of the Fowlerstein Plough Works. He goes on to say another image very likely taken likely on the same day looking the other way is dated May 1912. So the photo listed in the video dated 20th of May 1912. Fowler's erecting shop looking from the Hunslet Lane end. The big engine in the middle is a Z7. Now, for those of you who don't know, John Fowler and Company, or the Fowlerstein Plough Works, made ploughing engines, and you would have these two massive engines at either end of the field, and they would pull a plough from one end to the other. Of course, that's how it was done back in the day until the invention of the modern day tractor as we know it, and a single man can plough a field in no time virtually. And if it keeps going, it'll all done by automatically done by AI and all that sort of stuff. So one of these superheated Z7 ploughing engines was destined for Fowler's branch office in Mandenburg, Germany. Regards, John. I've since communicated further with John, and he's looking into some other information which is held at the Museum of English Rural Life, where a lot of the records from John Fowler and Company are kept, as well as other manufacturers at the time, plus a lot of history to do with English rural life. So that's a big bonus, and anything he discovers will be a bonus to the story for the restoration of this steamroller. We've been very fortunate to find a lot of the information that's already out there, thanks to early enthusiasts who saved a lot of this stuff before it got thrown away, and that sort of thing. So really looking forward to finding out what he comes across. So getting on, I'm going to flick over to the bench, and I'll do this now while I well, it's not too late here and we won't make too much noise. These are the fiddly little bits. It's part of the steering mechanism. And I uploaded a video today showing the machining or part machining of the steering arm that needs to be repaired. Unfortunately, because of the length of this and the shape of it on one end, I can't fit the other end into the lathe here at home. So I'm going to have to take it to work and do it just to clean up the end. But anyway, these are the bits. I've already cleaned up some of them, and this is a patented spring washer in the time, a Groover's patent spring washer, which I'll show on camera now. I have talked about these before. And where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? No, I haven't. Yep. Nope. Wrong one. Wrong one. I'm really well organised, folks, so just bear with me. I've got it. Stop sharing that one. Get rid of that. Go to our share tab again. Window there, that's the one I want. So here it is. Oh, hang on. Okay, so we've also had a couple of sick dogs here during the week. And you might, I've just got to go and check on her. Just hang on a second. Oh, baby girl. Hey, you right? Righto, our puppies have been sick. Shed dog 2, the young one, got laryngitis and we had to give him some cough medicine, and looks like shed dog 1. All right, hang on. Sorry, folks. Why isn't that coming up? Why? Okay, so we're not live on, yes we are. Right, sorry folks, for whatever reason, is anyone on Facebook, watching me on Facebook? For whatever reason, it doesn't seem to be live on Facebook. So my mum just sent me a message. Okay, hang on. Right, I'll have to send her, sorry folks. I'll tell you what. Righto. Right. Yeah, they are, thanks, JK and friends. JKH and friends. Mark, sorry. I'll get it right one day. Righto, Bill. Thanks, mate. I'll have to go look at it. Yeah, they do some great runs sometimes. It's amazing what they do in the UK. We've got potentially some road runs coming up here, which we'll talk about. So this is the Grover's patent spring washer, and this was used, as you can see, in a railway situation, but I've found many examples of these on the steamroller. Thanks, G, for suggesting that. I really appreciate the support. And I just watched your latest Macca's, your Clackers video too, mate. So you're doing a good job there. Anyone looking for food reviews, go over and check out Phunken Hungry and Roger the Pirate up there. Most of these guys have got channels. Go and check them out. They've supported me through this, as well as my wife and family and so on. So go check them out. Links are in the description too, if you want to click on their links. So these things have been superseded, obviously, with modern day technology and so on. But this was, at the time, this was the technology. And it's good to have some examples. And when I first when we first started going down, you know, the restoration route with the steamroller, I went searching for stuff like this, and it's amazing what's out there when you look, you know, around the internet. There's a lot of things, you know, to just see what was happening almost 100 years ago now, because this steamroller was built in 1926, and it's amazing that a lot of this stuff is still around, and even this thing, even though it's sat outside for 50 years. So we will get back onto the big bits. Actually, I'll put me on stream. Hang on. There we go. So you can see what we're doing. And I'll jump on the linisher and clean these up and show you the difference from dirty to clean. What we're doing here is just taking any we're just taking off any dirt, rust, debris, whatever else. Aha, shed dog. Hello. Feeling better? Hang on. Oh, no, not really. Right, shed dog 1. Feeling a bit better? As mentioned before, shed dog 1 has been a bit sick lately, coughing up phlegm and carrying on. This is the first time she's been down the shed or away. She's stuck around my wife all day today. She's been sick for the last couple of days. She's still not better, but we know she's getting better because she ran down to the gate before to bark at something, and she's sneezing, but previous today she was quite sick and brought up her breakfast and yeah, a heap of other nasty stuff. So we've been giving her some medicine, and she's definitely feeling a lot better, that's for sure. So thanks everyone for your kind messages and support. And we'll go back over here to the old, no, wrong one. John's trainer, there we go. Here we go. Right. Here we go. Give you a pat. Yeah, you're still a bit choked up, aren't you? You can hear her in the background there. So on the part of the steering mechanism is a thrust bearing, or actually 2, in fact, 2 thrust bearings. You right? Oh yeah, no, don't lick it up. No, just cough it out, okay? Just cough it out. You're definitely getting better, that's for sure. Come on, how about you sit down? Right. Getting back to the task at hand, the thrust bearing. Now, most of you are familiar with a bearing or a roller bearing. A thrust bearing is designed. Let's get it right. Take the glasses off. Is designed to take the thrust or the weight this way through there. So this one is missing the ball. That's the ball race, and all the tiny little balls that give you that support and free moving motion, they're all disappeared. And if you can see it, that's one of them there, tiny little things. These are readily available. They're something that's used in industry every day and all year round. Yeah, Roger. Thanks, mate. Thank you, Joanne. G'day, Joanne. Thanks for being here all the way from the USA. Appreciate it, Joanne. And these here are the nuts with these nuts off the roller. Everything's in Whitworth, and back in the day, because of the material science, the nuts, the physical size of the nuts were much bigger than you know what modern day fasteners are. And to give you an example, we've got the old. There we go. Got the old King Dick ring spanner. Now, King Dick is an English company. They're still in business. You can still look. You can look them up right now. And when you might see on there, you may be able to see it. You may not. It says 5/8 BSW or Whitworth, and that's actually the size of the thread, not the actual size of the nut. Modern day nuts and spanners. You measure them across the flats. You may have seen it on some spanners. It says AF, or it might just give the actual physical size from there to there in millimetres. So there's a bit of a history lesson. This material is quite soft. You can see, you can probably see, get a bit closer. You may be able to see a groove in this nut here, just there, my fingers, there we go. Oh, yep, there we go, look at that. That's where that spring washer has been compressed down into place. This is a locking nut setup, so it's like, actually they've got it like, that's how it used to be. And the material is actually compressed, and it's amazing. You don't get that. That's sort of indicating that this is fairly soft material. But once again, that was the material science back then, that because they didn't have the technology to refine the steel to make the type of grades that we deal with today, they had to go with it was the softer stuff. Peter, yeah, trust you. Righto. Right, so mum and dad are still mum's having problems getting on Facebook. So I don't know why it's not on Facebook for some reason. So maybe I haven't linked up that for some reason. Anyway, I'm going to have to sort that out later on. Thanks, Joanne. That's all right. I realise a lot of the audience may not have a mechanical background, so I try and explain it as best I can, or as much as I can, and I'm happy to take questions and try and answer it in the best way possible. Now, there are plenty of examples. Let's get me on. Oh, here we go. There we go. Here we are. Hello. Whoop, no, I'll go that way. And Shed Dog's just in the background, and she's flat out like a lizard. I don't know where Shed Dog 2 is. He might be lying on the grass somewhere. Actually, I will go have a look. He's commonly known as a mud puppy because, oh yeah, he's just in front of the shed, flat out like a lizard. So my wife was cleaning the house today, and because once again we've had more rain up here. It's been bloody dismal, to tell you the truth. And thanks, Joanne, appreciate it. Phunken Hungry, thank you very much for doing that. I really appreciate it, mate. So yeah, we've had more rain up here. It's been bloody dismal, to tell you the truth, and it's quite wet. And you know, the mud puppy likes living up to his name. He likes digging holes and rolling in the mud. It's quite muddy underfoot here at the moment. It is. Thankfully, the rain has eased off. Hopefully, we're not having any more. In some parts of Queensland here, they've had a year's worth of rain, you know, almost something like that. To give you an idea, that's sort of the current situation, according to BOM. So, you know, it wasn't looking like that the other day. It's just bloody terrible, and hopefully we can get this place to dry out so we can get the grass mowed and finish a few other things around the house. However, in talking about finishing things, we got to, and the laundry in the wife's craft room is almost done. We laid the big tiles and then we cut all the little ones, and the other day my wife actually got to by herself and got mixed up the adhesive and laid them all down. And what we need to do now is just go back and do the grouting, and then we can put things like the washing machine and that back in. So that'll be great when all that's done, and my wife can finish setting up her room so it's fully feasible, and we can start doing, I can't show you, start doing coffee mugs and different things that we've done previously on a more permanent sort of basis. I know Peter's got an order in which I've got to fulfill, a few others, and I'm probably going to get my wife to do some mugs, Mrs. Shed Talk that is, and probably do a few giveaways if anyone's interested in a mug, that sort of thing. But that'll be in another couple of weeks or so before we really get that underway. And once we get finished set up there on the craft room side of things. Now, while I think of it, work on the roller continues. I've lost my place. I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, okay. Lost my train of thought. It's gone out the window. No, okay. All right. I need to be a bit more prepared. Righto, so let's have a look. For those of you, now some of you have seen this before. Now we won't go plane spotting or anything like that. Now there's some great examples of steamrollers, or the ones I'm working on anyway. Stop sharing screen. So this is a short from YouTube. I know it's a bit hard to see. Righto. So that gives you an idea of what they look like on the road and how they sound. Stop sharing. and they're just a nice little roller. They get along pretty good. For a steamroller, they go exceptionally well, and they're just a nice. This is probably, I've showed this one before. No, I don't want to start. I definitely showed this one before. Let's hide that. Hide and me. It's all about me. So this one here is 16,392. So a little bit before ours. Ours is 16,930. And you can see it's just a really nice sized engine. Two people can fit onto it. And this is at a rally field in the UK, where a lot of these engines, they're coming into their rally season now in the springtime, and they look really nice and well presented. Now we've got a long way to go before ours is anywhere near this condition. And the other thing with that particular roller is they've gone and put rubber wheels on it. Actually, I'll just pause that there. Now I'm sharing this to show my audience what it looks like completed, and how the one we've got may look. Joanne, actually this is a fairly small one. This is only about 8 tonnes in weight in working order. That's what they were written up as. It does appear to be big because of the angle they're on. However, this is, excuse me, compared to engine size, this is a fairly small engine. Oh, Katie, I thought Peter would have gone there first. So, however, it's just a really nice looking engine, and this one has a short canopy on it, where originally the one that we're working on had a full-length canopy, so it went actually over the cylinders. And this gentleman is giving some younger people a bit of experience driving an engine, and you can see that it can be, no, we don't want an ad. You can see that they can easily be driven around by a single person. However, having 2 people on the footplate definitely helps. Right, now, righto.
Use this tool.
I won't show you this whole video, but yeah, we've got to get an ad. We've got to skip the ad. Skip. Go full screen. Now, this is what I was talking about. Actually, I will. Let's skip ahead. This is one of the big ploughing engines that I was talking about earlier, that referenced in the comment by the gentleman in the UK. The main difference is that they have a winch drum down below, mounted below the boiler. Right, and I'll just skip ahead here and get a really nice view. You can see that winch drum there, and it's got a nice long cable, and right. Here they are hooking up, getting in position, and this is the plough that they would use. So you'd have an engine like this at one end of the paddock and an engine at the other end. Joanne, I believe the roller that we're working on they can do about 13 miles an hour. So that's pretty fast. You got to consider that back in the day, these rollers were rolling the road. So you're maybe doing walking speed, so maybe 3 or 4 miles an hour or something like that. It depends. You need to control your speed and that, and so on going along the road. But that's hey, dumpster diving Adelaide. G'day, mate. Thanks for being here. I hope you haven't. I hope it's one of your free dinners that you've scored. Thanks for being here, mate. Keep up your good work on your channel. Keep it going. And that's Simon as well. So g'day, Simon. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you being here, mate. We're just showing a video of a large ploughing engine. Now these days they're just used to demonstrate how it used to be done. However, it was a full-time job for these ploughing engines to go from farm to farm and plough the fields for the farmers. Of course, this is before the days of modern day tractors. Giving it a bit of a wash down there, they do get quite dirty. So I'll skip ahead here and show you actually them working in action. Right, here we go here. And you can see that you'll have a person on the balance plough ploughing the paddock. This is only really a short distance that they're working. It's not uncommon to be from one end of, like, a long way away. And quite often they're out of sight each other and they just communicate by the whistle. It does require a person to steer the plough. So there would have been a bit of work, and as you can see, back in the day it was quite labour intensive. So you had a person on each engine, person on the balance plough, quite involved. And then when you get to the other end, you tip it the other way, you hop on, and away you go again. The other engine, of course, in the meantime, would move up a little bit, reposition himself. I'll just skip ahead here a bit. So hopefully I won't get a copyright strike from this. But you get the idea. They're only going slow for demonstration purposes. This is something I haven't seen in person. I'd love to see it in person. However, I'd probably have to go to the UK, or I believe this might be in New Zealand or something like that. It's pretty impressive, that's for sure. Better give this guy... it says it's 500 metres apart. So, yeah, I better stop using that, guys. He might give me a copyright strike. Oh, yeah. So anyway, we're back here. I'll play catch up in the chat here. Yeah, just let me... Mark says, I just got my profile updated. Thanks, grandson. That's what they're there for, isn't it? They're the technical ones. Where's Simon? Righto. So Simon's another subscriber. He's got a good channel. He goes dumpster diving, and he finds some good stuff. Actually, it's amazing what people throw out, but it's the society we live in. So go give Simon a watch on his channel. He does live streams. Hopefully you're still doing live streams, Simon. I do catch you from time to time. Yeah, Mark, it is great to see. There's plenty of this sort of content if you want to look at it on YouTube. And in fact, I know from these other guys that because of the content I put out, this sort of content is actually showing up on their feed as well. So, you know, we're crossing streams. It's amazing to see what other people watch. Actually, it's one thing that, you know, getting to know these guys, getting to know about their niche, about their hobbies and things like that. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, there's lots of cool tools out there to use, Bill, that's for sure. AI's taking over a lot of things, and it's, in some ways, it's probably going to help us. In other ways, it probably won't. Some people won't, excuse me, some people won't get it, some people will. Yeah, Joanne, the ploughing engines, definitely that's what they were designed for. However, these days, modern day tractors, John Deere's and the Case and all those other massive Fergusons, all those tractors, it's what is called direct ploughing now, where the implement is directly hooked on to the tractor and it goes and does its job. Righto, just playing catch up. Yeah, they do well, Roger. Hello. She's having a bit of a cough. Hang on a second. Oh, look at that. Let's go check on her. Come on. Come on, you right? Come here, come here, come here, come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. There we go. Hope that helps. Come on, get rid of it. Spit it out. Come on. Not as bad as this morning, was it? You're definitely not as bad as this morning. Come on, you come up here near me. Come on. Righto. I mean, for a dog she's 8-year-old and come here. Come on. Come here. Come on, baby girl. Come on. Come on. What you going to do? Where's that other one? Max, come on. Here he is. Here he is. Here's the mud puppy. Look at you. I'm going to have to wipe you down again. I already wiped you down once. And you did this to Mummy today. She was cleaning house and you come running in and putting mud all over the place. She wasn't very happy with you, was she? Hey? She wasn't very happy with you. Anyway, the doggy live stream. I think I'll get more views with the doggy live stream than talking about steamrollers. But anyway, that's what you get. All right, folks. Well, I've been carrying on here for about 40 minutes now, so I think I'm going to round it up and leave it at that. I very much appreciate the support you guys give me. It's been great to get to know you guys. I'm going to keep going with this. It's going to change over time. The videos I'm uploading is going to change a little bit over time too. I'm taking some steps to learn some things behind the scenes. And, you know, it's YouTube's an interesting journey and a really good platform to expand your horizons, meet new people and learn new things. And also it's a possibility to earn income from it. People do. I mean, I'm not going to be a Mr. Beast or anything like that, but who knows where this is going to go. So once again, thanks everyone. Appreciate the support and we'll see you next week on the next live stream. Bye for now. Whistle.